Hello mga katropais! Welcome to ACAT TV, where we make civil engineering concepts easier to understand and fun to learn. So for this video, mas papalawakin natin ang ating idea and knowledge about differential leveling. So let's get started and level up your skills. So ang ating topic is all about differential leveling, but let us discuss first yung definition ng leveling and its leveling terms. Okay? So when we say leveling, it is a general term applied to any of the various processes by which elevations of points or differences in elevations are determined. So when we say leveling, it is conducted for us to determine the elevation of points on the ground or to determine the difference in elevation between two or more points. So, ibig sabihin yung leveling is applicable sa lahat ng points from point 1 to point 20, from point A to point D, pwede po yung leveling. Okay? So, when we use leveling in real-life application, so ginagamit po ito ng mga surveyor or ng isang civil engineer in designing roads, highways, bridges, etc. So that we'll be able to know the number of excavation, embankments, kasi malalaman natin yung location ng highest point at ng lowest point on the ground. Yung word na embankment, excavation is may encounter nyo during your fundamentals of surveying 2. So, doon nyo pa makikita yon. Okay? So, meron tayong iba't ibang leveling methods. But for this specific video, tatalakayin lang natin ay yung differential leveling. Okay? Meron din tayong iba't ibang basic leveling terms but hindi tayo masyadong mag-focus doon. Kasi nga 'di ba, ang main topic is all about differential leveling. Kaya papahapiyawan lang po natin ito. Okay? So we have your basic leveling terms. So we have level surface, a curved surface that at every point is perpendicular to the plumb line. Level line, a line in a level surface equidistant from the center of the earth. And meron tayong horizontal plane, a plane perpendicular to the direction of gravity that is tangent to the level surface. Next po, meron tayong horizontal line, vertical line, and means sea level or tinatawag nating datum. Okay? So now, proceed tayo for differential leveling. Okay? So, differential leveling, it is a process of determining the difference in elevation between two or more points at some distance apart. It requires a series of setups of the instrument along general route, and for each setup, a rod reading back up to the point of known elevation and forward to a point of unknown elevation are taken. So in surveying, yung differential leveling is a fundamental process for determining the difference in elevation between two or more points over a certain distance. So ang meron na ito is mahalaga for civil engineering application, lalo na sa pagko-construct ng mga roads, bridges, or canals, wherein precise elevation data is required to ensure proper design and functionality. Bakit precise elevation data? Because we are using instruments such as theodolite, stagerod, to carefully get the correct and precise measurements of elevation, height, etc. Okay? So ano ba main goal ng differential leveling? So the main goal is to find the difference in elevation between two or more points. So para ma-achieve natin ito, we need to set up an instrument ng iba't ibang points along the route and take readings from those points. So itong reading na ito help us to calculate the change in elevation as we move from a known elevation point to unknown elevation point. So itong mga sinasabi ko ngayon is apply natin mamaya as we create a figure or a representation. Okay? So ano ba ibig sabihin nito? Ibig sabihin, sa bawat station in differential leveling, yung bawat station na iyon, set up natin yung ating instrument or our theodolite. Yung ating instrument na iyon, para makuha yung backside, foresight, the height of the instrument, hanggang makarating tayo sa last point. Okay, so parang meron siyang pattern na sinusunod, di ba? From getting the backside, so makuha, kapag meron tayong height ng ating first point, get the backside, and then makuha natin yung height of the elevation. Then get the foresight, so mag-read tayo para makuha yung foresight, then para makuha naman yung elevation. So sunod-sunod po yun. Okay, so meron tayong tinatawag na mga pattern doon. Okay? Now, proceed tayo for the definition of terms. First, meron tayong tinatawag na benchmark. So, from here, the definition here, in conducting leveling, so ang benchmark is a known elevation. Okay? So, ito yung known na. Ibig sabihin yung ating benchmark or our first point is alam dapat natin. Known siya dapat. Okay? Because if we don't know the exact elevation of your benchmark above mean sea level or above datum, we can just assume. So, pwede tayong mag-assume, okay, para, for example, 100 meters yung ating elevation. So, pwede po yun. Kapag wala tayong specific na value for benchmark, we can just assume. Okay? Kasi gusto natin malaman yung differences in elevation. So, pwede tayong mag-assume para malaman natin kung di man precise or hindi man exact yung pinaka distance, nag-assume naman tayo. So, pwede na yon. But, if you want to know the exact elevation of all points on the ground from point A, point B, point C, or point D, dapat alam natin yung first elevation ng ating benchmark. Okay? Relative to the mean sea level. Okay? Now, so therefore, ano ibig sabihin nun? I-set up natin yung ating instrument between point A and point B. Okay? So, for example, meron tayong point A and then point B. So, mag-set up tayo doon ng ating instrument at theodolite. So, ang preferred distance is yung nasa pagitan na lang, which means gitna. Gitna ng point A and then point B. So, yung pinapagitnaan, doon natin ilalagay yung ating instrument. Okay po? Now, for our backside, yung backside naman kasi from here, the definition, di ba, from benchmark, nalaman na natin yung elevation ng ating benchmark. So, pwede tayo kumuha ng backside reading. So, ang backside reading is para makuha natin yung, para makuha natin yung height ng elevation. Okay? So, take note, pwede tayo kumuha ng backside to a point with known elevation. So, dapat, given muna yung elevation ng point na yun, bago natin siya kuha ng backside. Kasi, yung formula for height ng elevation is, di ba, backside BS plus the height of the elevation. Okay po? So, ayan. So, at point A, meron tayong study rod. So, the surveyor will sight or read this reading here. Make sure na yung telescope natin is horizontally positioned. So, it means yung bubble or our telescope is positioned on the center to ensure that we have leveled our telescope correctly. So, itong mga sinasabi ko ngayon is ma-apply natin sa ating figure mamaya. So, bago tayo magsagot ng mga problems, so pwede tayo mag-draw muna ng figure para maipakita ko ng mas maayos yung, or mapakita ko using a representation figure yung mga definition na ito. So, paano natin siya maya-apply at ano ba talaga yung mga ibig sabihin? Kasi medyo mahirap intindihan through words. Mas maganda through figure. Okay? So, next, meron tayong backside distance. So, itong backside distance, this is the distance from your benchmark to your backside. So, measured from the center of the instrument to the rod on which backside is taken. So, yung distance lang po yun. Okay? Now, proceed tayo for foresight distance. Kung backside distance, distance from the from your instrument to your backside reading. Yung foresight distance naman, of course, from your instrument up to your foresight reading. So, distance lang. Mamaya, papakita ko through our representation. Okay? And turning point, so mahalaga itong turning point na ito. So, ang sabi dito, an intervening point between two benchmarks upon which point foresight and backside rod readings are taken to enable a leveling operation to continue from a new instrument position, also referred to as change point. So, when we say turning point, ito ibig sabihin nun is kumukuha tayo ng point, lalo na kapag medyo malayo yung distance from benchmark 1 to benchmark 2. So, medyo mahirap kasi may mga pagkakataon mahirap kuwanan ng backside kapag medyo malayo. Diba? So, gumagawa tayo ng point, which we call a turning point. So, turning point 1, turning point 2, turning point 3, and then we go to benchmark 2. So, parang dinidivide natin into subparts yung mga distance na yon kasi medyo mahirap kumuha kapag malayuan. So, mas maganda kapag medyo malapit lang. So, kumukuha tayo ng points para makuha natin yung kanilang mga distance or the height of the elevation. Okay? And lastly, meron tayong height of the instrument or height of collimation. So the elevation of the line of sight of an instrument above or below a selected reference datum. Okay? So ayan yung mga definition of terms and ito yung mga formulas natin. So first meron tayong height of the instrument is equal to elevation plus backside. So ito yung pagkuha ha. So pag meron kang elevation ng benchmark, meron kang nakuha may reading, using backside reading, you can solve for the height of the instrument relative to the mean sea level or datum. And to solve for the elevation, ito yung formula, height of the instrument minus foresight. Okay, so ito lang dalawa yung pinaka-formula in getting the differential leveling or for the topic of differential leveling. Okay, so may note dito, when both benchmarks cannot be reached from one instrument position, ito yung sinasabi ko na pag medyo malayo in distance from the benchmark 1 to benchmark 2, turning points are used because a turning point is a temporary benchmark. It must be stable. So, ibig sabihin, pwede tayong gumawa ng mga temporary benchmark, we call it as turning points, para makuha pa rin natin yung distance and then the height of the instrument and then the elevation. So, napaka-useful ng turning points. Okay, lalo na pag medyo malayo mo yung distance from benchmark 1 to benchmark 2. Okay? Now, let's create a representation. Okay, so ano muna, basic muna, gawa tayo from point A to point B. So, let's draw here. Ayan, so, ano lang, representation lang. So, let's say, meron tayo dito ano, ito yung ating ano, ito yung ating, ayan, ito yung ating ground. For example, this is our ground, ayan. Ayan, so, let's say this is your point A. Ito, point A mo to. Okay, this is your point A. So let's call this as point A. So point A. And let's call this your point B. So ayan. Okay. So now, so meron kang point A to point B. So kapag parang gusto natin makuha yung elevation and then height of the instrument, okay, so ito yung ating mean sea level or our datum. Let's say this is this one. Ito yung ating mean sea level or tinatawag nating datum. Okay? Okay. So if yan yung ating mean sea level, so let's put the instrument or the theodolite in the middle of point A and point B. So sa pinapagitnaan. So again, yung preferred na distance is nasa gitna nila. Okay po? So kapag gawa tayo ng ano dito, or kapag nag-set up tayo ng theodolite dito, for example ito, so assume na gitna na lang po ha. Kung di masyadong gitna, assume na lang po natin na ito ay gitna. Okay? Ayan. So, ayan po. For example, ito yung ating theodolite. So, assume din natin na ito ang pantay ha. So, assume din po natin ito ay pantay. Okay? So, now. So, para makuha natin yung ating height of the instrument, di ba ang formula for the height of the instrument, ang sabi kanina? Elevation plus backside. Okay po? So, ayan. So, ito, gawa tayo ng ito, or mag-place tayo ng stadia rod dito. So, let's create a rod here. Ayan. So, assume natin ito ay stadia rod. And let's create a backside reading. Okay po? So, wait lang. So, assume, medyo laki ako pa siya onte. Okay. So, let's say ganito siya kahaba. Okay po? Now, let's create a stadia reading by pointing this, yung ating telescope towards here. Okay, so makakuha natin yung ating backside reading. So, ito yung ating backside. Ayan. This is our backside. And this one is the backside reading. Okay po? So, ito yung ating measurement. Okay? Ito yung kanyang distance. Okay po? Now, okay na to. So, makakuha po natin yung ating height of the elevation. Diba from the formula? height of the instrument is equal to the elevation plus backside. So, if meron kang given na elevation here, for example, meron kang given na 100, for example lang. So, we can solve for the height of the instrument. Okay po? So, saan ba natin makita yung height of the instrument? So, from here. Diba ito yung ating instrument? Ito yung kanyang, hindi ibig sabihin na height ng instrument from here sa baba, hindi po. Dapat nag-base tayo from its telescope. Okay? So, ito yung ating telescope, di ba? And this is our mean sea level. So, this will be the height of instrument. Height of instrument. Okay po? So, ito po yung ating height of the instrument. Now, okay na, meron tayo ditong backside. Para makuha naman natin yung ating elevation for this point, di ba? Para makuha po natin yung elevation for this point, mag-set up ulit tayo ng isa pang stadia rod. Okay? So, gawa tayo dito ng stadia rod. Let's assume na ito ay pantay. So, let's assume natin ito ay stadia rod, ha? So, kapag gawa tayo ng vertical, stadia rod. Ayan. So, next thing to do is itong ating telescope, i-rotate natin dito para makakuha tayo ng stadia rod reading or para makakuha tayo ng foresight reading. Okay po? So, again, ito yung ating foresight. Okay? Okay po? And this distance is what we call the foresight reading. Okay? So, ganun po yung pagkuha, ha? First, meron tayong, dapat ito ay known, ha? Known. Dapat ito ay known. Yung value ng elevation ng ating first point, dapat alam natin. Or kapag hindi, pwede tayo mag-assume. Para makuha natin, kasi ang purpose ng pag-assume is para mag-set tayo ng value para malaman natin yung measurements. Okay? And para malaman natin yung mga unknown natin. Okay po? Now, ano yung formula to get the elevation? So, di ba, ang elevation is equal to height of the instrument minus the foresight. Okay? So, saan natin makikita yung elevation ng point B? Ito siya. Ano ba ito yung elevation ng point B? Hanggang dito. Ito yung elevation ng point B. Now, saan elevation ng ating point A? Nandito siya. Ayan. Ito yung elevation ng ating point A. Okay? So, again, this is only for a 2 points. So, kapag meron tayong 3 or more points, same process, same procedure, dumami lang talaga yung points. Okay? So, same process lang, sunod-sunod, may pattern na yan. Kasi, given tong elevation, get its backside reading, turn it to get the foresight reading, and then, to get the height of the instrument, elevation ng point for the first point, plus the backside reading. And then, para makuha elevation ng next point, the height of the instrument minus the foresight reading. And then, sunod-sunod na yan. Hanggang dulo. Okay? So, ganyan po siya. Okay po, ha? So, take note, wala tayong foresight reading for the first point. Backside lang. And then, sa last point, wala tayong foresight reading. Backside lang din. So, mamaya explain ko sa ating example kung bakit wala. Okay? So, I hope gets po itong representation natin. Again, same process lang po yan kahit ilang points pa po yan. Okay po? So, for our next video is magbibigay po tayo ng mga example and explain natin maigi para mas strengthen natin ang knowledge natin for this topic.